What is the most superficial layer of skin?
Epidermis.
The epidermis.
Yes, the epidermis. What is the thickest layer of skin?
The dermis.
The dermis. What is the erector pili muscle made of? Which type of muscle?
Smooth muscle.
Smooth muscle. What is going to increase the production of melanin by your melanocytes?
UV radiation.
UV rays, yeah.
UV light, yes. Let's see. Does the epidermis contain melanocytes?
No.
All right, let me ask you this. Does it?
Yes, it does.
Does it
Oh, yeah,
contain,
epidermis, yeah.
Yeah, epidermis has melanocytes. What about the blood vessels?
That's in the dermis.
That's in the dermis.
Good. Good. Okay, excellent. What about, let's see here, some other topics. So does the dermis, yeah, you said the dermis contains blood vessels. That's good. You have to know that. What do your blood vessels do in response to hyperthermia?
Dilate.
Dilate. To let the heat be released. Yes. What about hypothermia?
Constrict.
Constrict. Good. Is the hypodermis a true layer of skin? Is the subcutaneous layer a true layer of skin? No, it's not. So there's only two major layers of skin. It's the epidermis and dermis. That's it. What is the deepest sub-layer of the epidermis called, where cells are alive and they're actively performing mitosis?
The basal.
Yes, the stratum basal or basale. Yes. Okay, what's the most superficial layer of the epidermis, where cells are dead and ready to be shed?
Stratum corneum.
Yes, stratum corneum. Good. Nails grow from?
Nail matrix.
And hair grows from?
Hair matrix.
Hair matrix. Good. Which type of sweat gland is found in the axillary and groin region of the body?
Apocrine.
Apocrine. Good. What do we call breaking down larger molecules into smaller molecules?
Catabolism.
Catabolism. Good. What do we call, which reaction does building larger molecules by removing water require? What do we call the removal of water when we create
Dehydration synthesis.
Yes, dehydration synthesis. Very good. Remember that a metabolic pathway is a series of enzyme-controlled reactions. You have to know that. Okay, a metabolic pathway is a series of enzyme-controlled reactions. Which molecules help complete the shape of enzymes so that they can function properly?
Coenzymes and cofactors.
Yes, coenzymes and cofactors will help enzymes. Okay, help complete the shape of enzymes. What are the two molecules created at the end of glycolysis when you split glucose in half?
Is it pyruvic acid?
Yes, pyruvic acid. And you might see it as pyruvate on the test, but it's pretty much the same thing. Okay. How much ATP is made through the complete catabolism of one glucose molecule?
36.
Yes, 32 on average. Yes.
So, Mr. Wyckoff, which one was the 26 to 28?
That's the electron transport chain.
Okay.
And then you have 2 from citric acid, and you have 2 from glycolysis.
And which
Right.
one did you say was the 36 to 38?
The 32
Or 32?
is everything added together.
Okay.
And this is an average. Sometimes the body produces a little bit more than 32, sometimes a little bit less. It depends, but on average, it's about 32 for one glucose molecule. Okay. So what are some products of the Krebs cycle? Or the citric acid cycle, sorry. It's going to say Krebs cycle on the test. I want everyone to know citric acid cycle and Krebs cycle is the same thing.
Carbon dioxide.
So yeah, carbon dioxide is a product. What else is
Is
a
it the
product?
NADH or something
Yes,
like that?
NADH. NADH is a product. That's correct. And how much ATP do we make in that cycle?
2.
Two. Excellent. Very good. What is the electron carrier that carries electrons to the electron transport chain? It begins with an N. NADH. So everyone should know that NADH is an electron carrier because it's carrying a hydrogen that has an electron. That's why we call it NADH. If it didn't have the H, it would be called NAD. Correct. Very good. Does DNA store information on how to make proteins?
No, RNA.
Yes.
Yes. Does it store information on how to make DNA?
Yes.
How to replicate itself?
Yes.
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 Yes, it does. Good. Very good. What type of cell do you find in bone tissue?
Bone marrow.
Osteocyte.
Osteocytes.
Osteocyte. What type of cell do you find in fat tissue?
Osteocytes.
Adipocyte.
Adipocytes. Yes. Good. What type of cells will secrete collagen and elastin fibers?
Is it reticular?
Fibro.
Fibroblasts.
Fibroblasts. I think you said that earlier too. It's not reticular. Reticular is found in which organs, though?
Kidney. The liver and the spleen.
Liver and spleen primarily, yes.
Ooh.
Mm. I see. Right. Which type of connective tissue would you find in the external ear?
Elastic.
Elastic. Elastic. Okay. Cool. So hopefully you guys are well versed on what kind of epithelial cells you have. If I say it's many layers and they're cube shaped, what is that called?
Subcubical.
Stratified. Cuboidal.
Wendell.
Cuboidal. What about it looks like multiple layers, but it's really not. It's only one layer.
Pseudo stratified.
Pseudo stratified. It looks like it's layered, but it's actually only one layer of tall cells. Yep. All right, so what kind of tissue would you find in the respiratory passage? It has a lot of cilia on it. You just said it.
Reticular.
Pseudo-stratified.
You did.
Reticular is only in the liver and spleen.
I got reticular stuck on the brain.
Get it out before it's too late. What type of muscle does not have striations and is involuntary?
Is it smooth?
Yes. What about voluntary striations?
Cardiac. Wait, no, skeletal.
Skeletal. Very good.
Cardiac is only found in the heart, right?
That's correct. Where can you find the intercalated discs?
Your
I mean,
back.
In the heart.
In cardiac. Yes,
Oh.
only in cardiac
Cardiac.
is the intercalated discs. Okay, what type of cells would you find in the nervous tissue? There's two major cell types you'd find in nervous tissue. Neurons and the glee club, right? Neuroglia. The neuroglia club.
Neuroglia.
Okay, neuroglia and neurons, yes. What type of tissue is in the dermis? It's a type of connective tissue.
Dense.
Actually dense, irregular,
Irregular.
and areolar. So you'll find a little bit of areolar in the dermis, but it's primarily going to be dense, irregular. Dense regular is in your tendons and ligaments. Okay, so dense regular is very uniform and it's pretty strong. It's like your tendons and ligaments. Your dermis has dense irregular and some loose areolar connective tissue. So, all right. Cool. What's the deadliest form of skin cancer?
Melanoma.
Okay. Is melanoma rare?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
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 Yes, it is. Melanoma is rare, but it will cause over 80% of skin cancer death. So keep that in mind. All right, so how's that for a review?
Another prayer.